Hello everybody, RAIDEN back with another Mechabellum video. How's everybody enjoying hound spam meta? If it's getting the better of you, let me show you what raidens can do to hound spam. I've been using raiden against hound spam now for like a couple days. Seems like a lot of people will just spam the dogs and forget to build chaff. I think you need a lot of chaff when you go hound spam, because if raiden hits the board with range and EMP, your dogs are gone. And that's kind of what happens in this game a little bit. It's not exactly like the most hound spam I've ever seen, but it's a pretty good example of how raidens can work against it. And I'll usually just wait for raiden like from a drop, but I guess you could build it yourself if it's like, if they only have hounds or something. But anyway, starting out here, I'm a Farseer specialist with steel balls and fangs, so we have lots of health. And I've picked up 2 packs of hounds, since hounds are just better than arclights right now. Arclights were like nerfed, their health was nerfed. We're playing Pennywise, who's a fortified specialist. He's 1880 MMR, and I'm playing on my alt account on this one. It was like 1860 MMR. Pennywise has the Sabertooth's fangs and is also starting with hounds. The reason that hounds are so spammed right now and not arclights and, you know, not other like chaff clear units as much is because the hounds only need 450 XP to level up. Now, for comparison with fangs, fangs need 600, right? So hounds are just like the obvious pick right now because they always seem to level. Because they always level, they get really good when you get things like armor and attack. Like their attack gets pretty high and their health is still like pretty decent. So yeah, you'll see hound spam quite a bit. But fortified spec, Pennywise does beat us here in the headbutt with the Sabertooth. Or fangs. So we lose to 1 Sabertooth. On round 2, since I'm in an aggro position, redeployment is going to be probably the best pick here. My second option that I'm thinking about here is haste module on a wraith, since I'm in a headbutt. And I think that haste module on a wraith in a position like this is still really good against hounds. So you could go that route if you're in a headbutt. Wraith is good against hounds, absolutely 100%. But in this game, I go with the redeployment. I move the balls over here. And I pick up a pack of wasps as well. Even though he has fangs, I'm still going to get some wasps because maybe I can clear all the fangs and then wasps should just win by default. But it will be tough since I've now moved the strong part of my army away. And I'm just sort of spreading out across the board. I don't want to play an asim game here. I want to spread out a little bit. So steel balls here, picked up a hound, picked up a wasp. Opponent picked up missile strike for this. He put some hounds here and he put some crawlers here against our steel balls, which is going to be a good play, and he's going to win this round. So both of us seem to be mirroring each other in the amount of hounds that we've gone with in this game. I have been doing that a lot in the last couple days, just sort of trying to stay even with my opponent's hounds. That way I can at least match them and maybe stay up to speed with them. I can always pivot away if I get like a different unit or something. But early on, it's nice to have the chaff clear. It's nice to have the levels. So round 3, I do think about this a lot. This decision is very difficult to make. 4 arclights is a lot of arclights. 2 marksmen is like kind of interesting, right? Because I could be taking out these guys. Fortress is good because I could be taking out these guys. Fire Badger is good because I can take out all the chaff. And then my wasps are good. So there's lots of different ideas. Opponent has gone with double marksman on this turn, which is a little bit of an interesting choice given I don't have that many tanks right now. Maybe he thought I was going to take arclights. Maybe he thought I was going to take fortress. Honestly, if I take either of these 3 and not marksman, marksmen are like still pretty good at having lots of damage against these 3 types of units. So for me, though, it ultimately boils down to the fortress because it's round 3 and fortress seems pretty good at killing the Sabertooths. Opponent here has put some hounds here. And he has levels on his hounds here, and he's put hounds here. So now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hounds, 2 big marksmen. I think that's him spent, but oh no, he's not. He has 200 supplies, so he's wondering if he wants to mass recruit or, you know, he's still thinking about how to end his turn here. He missiles my steel balls. Very sad for the steel balls. I did go with the fortress. Like I said, I'm going to line it up with the Sabertooth that got a level, since it's my, it's the unit that I can potentially, you know, fight it with. Get some more chaff clear, so now we also have some more hounds, and I'm putting my chaff clear here because I want to get to the Sabertooth, and I have range advantage over my opponents, but opponent has level advantage. So let's see how this goes, now that we have more hounds and range. He did kill my steel balls here, and we still have the wasps, though, which should be good against hound and marksman. So because these units over here, honestly, just the crawlers really are his strongest unit on this whole board right now. So he wins this round again because I cannot connect to the Sabertooth because the crawlers came in from the right over here. But it's not too bad. I mean, we're taking towers, we have levels on wasps, we have range on dogs, we have a really solid base. Right, we're only taking a little bit of damage here on our turns. It's starting to add up though. So try and stop the damage from coming in here. Pennywise gets another missile strike. I actually, during the game, I thought he was missile strike specialist because how many missiles he had, but he wasn't. He was fortified spec, and I go with anti-interference module. This is a rare situation. In case you guys haven't used anti-interference module this way, let me show you a little something that the anti-interference module can do on a pack of wasps. It's nice to put a anti-interference on a single pack of wasps and do literally nothing to the wasps. Since I have redeployment, I can keep moving them around. What anti-interference module does is it makes it so that it can't get electromagged, it can't be hacked, but most importantly, it doesn't feel the paralysis from the building going down. So if my building ever dies here or here, these wasps will be just fine. They're going to keep going. And you'll see how helpful this is. This is one of those situations. This is a very specific situation where you use it. This is a situation where it's good because it doesn't have a lot of good anti-air options, just fangs. So as long as my tower goes down, if I have that on there, it keeps taking out his hounds and stuff. So on round 4 here, I've decided to go with a fortress here as well. I do have my free Farseer as Farseer specialist. And I put some crawlers here and the wasps here to take the tower. I did put crawlers there. The opponent here has gone with range on his hounds as well. He put some crawlers there, and it's pretty much the same board as last round, except now I have 2 fortresses, and I have the I have the wasps up here. So we have cleared the Sabertooths, which is what I wanted the fortresses for. And now we are going to take out this tower here with steel balls and wasps, and we still have Farseer alive, which is great because we can continue to take out these units. We're going to take out this guy, and watch what happens when my tower goes down here, because these guys have this item. Alright, so I lose my tower, but the wasps can't be stopped, because they have the item, and so we can still play the game, even though we lost our tower. So we win with that item there, and the little flank. Round 5, we get some giant option, there's photon. I'm not going to be taking extended range factory since we're in a headbutt. I guess I could like put one back here, right? It would just be like shooting from way back. Yeah, this actually is an idea. Maybe it would be a pretty good play. Electromag impact though. Just want to take down the shield and turn off some dog techs. Mostly just take down the shield though, since it's been here for like 3 turns. I just want to get it gone. Opponent goes with photon emission here. He has level 3 dogs and mech rage hounds. So starting to pull ahead of me in the hound game. So it's a little bit difficult for me to like, I do have level 2 guys, right? But it's a little bit difficult for me to start taking things like mech rage because I need to think slightly different. I need to counter his hound slightly different than the way he is. So I'm not going to really take mech rage in this game. I've redeployed the wasps from here to here to basically function just as like a little bit extra damage, like coming in late. I've gotten myself a 3rd pack of steel balls here, and the reason I have steel balls is if we can clear chaff, the balls push forward, they're decent against the Sabertooths, and they're good little tanks. So that's really just why I have them. And late game, steel balls can do crazy stuff, right? So it's nice to just have some steel balls on the board. I'll basically never sell them. Opponent is going to missile strike our hounds here, and I have 50 left, and I'm pretty sure I just missile out these hounds. Yeah, so that our hounds can try and clear his chaff and kill his Sabertooths. That's still the plan here. And Farseer is just like super solid. Having it is great. He has put some hounds over here on our shallow flank. So I'll probably need some more hounds to match that as well. And yeah, look at these wasps. They just come in. They're going to help me take out the Sabertooths, help me take out the hounds, distract the marksman. Very good unit in this game. And it was nice to be able to use that item that way. Been a little while since I've done it that way. Again, how wasps will just basically win us the round here. And we do have some good damage on the board. Farseer and Fortress, so things are starting to look better for us. Hey, they keep going. Even though we lost the tower, they keep going. And these wasps did get another level, which is great. I don't need to do anything to them. Just the way they are is great. Okay, round, what are we on? 6? Nano repair kit just looks really good for me since I can just throw it on a level 2 fortress. This fortress just exists like as a tank for the rest of my army, basically. It's like decent at taking out Sabretooth, but mostly it just exists as a tank. That's the way I'm using it. We still have our wasps here, but I'm going to redeploy them again. Since they're the only unit really that's worth redeploying, I'm going to keep trying to like use them sneakily. I'm going to go first tower again. So I went from here to here to here with my redeploy, wasps. And if I ever lose my towers, again, they don't get debuffed. So I'm just using them to like flank and like be somewhere else every single turn. Something you might want to think about doing is like getting some wasps. They're not that bad, and I don't have like armor or anything on hounds yet, but maybe the fact that I'm showing armor is discouraging him from it. Opponent here on this turn goes with Scorpion with range. Just has one. It's kind of an expensive play in my opinion, but he does do that, and now he has hounds here as well. I have to think about how to deal with these, so I did some hounds here, and I just get some crawlers as well. I have defense enhancement. I took my levels on the fortress. And I put crawlers here and the wasps here, and I'm just gonna, try and take the tower. I missile out these crawlers so that we can get onto these hounds sooner. And then I do another missile just to kill these hounds as well. So I want to get rid of his chaff clear in this corner so that my fortress can try and kill the Sabretooth. And we are killing this Sabretooth reliably now, even though it has an item. All right. Steel Ball's still alive. Steel Balls are distracting over here. They're all dead now, but we take his tower with the wasps again. And we have the big fortress with the healing item, so he's going to be really tough to kill. We're coming in with wasps now. And they're level 3 now, so they're going to do quite a bit of damage. We're going to lose our tower, but wasps can't be stopped. Here they go again. Taking out marksman. Under debuff, taking out hounds. We're still under debuff. What a good unit. All right. Some good damage, some good giant damage here, and our Farseer is still alive as well. We get another level on our tank with the... okay, so here it is. The Raiden. And this is usually how I opt to play Raiden. I wait for it in the drops, but I think you could totally recruit it if you're like giant specialist or something, or if you just have like plenty of cash to fund the play. But what you need is range and chain. And once you get range and chain, the dogs will just disappear. And if he has no dogs, he has no chaff clear. And then our dogs will survive, and his board should basically collapse. So that's the idea here. Opponent goes with the level 3 Rhino pick. He puts it back here in his flanks. It's a decent play because if my wasps are on either side, something that he can do is these wasps will basically get stuck on the rhinos and then chase him up the board, and he won't lose his tower. But he's finally getting some Mustangs, so I won't be able to, do as much cheese anymore. And I've actually redeployed them to here, and I'm going to put crawlers in front of them, and I'm going to try to just beacon them like right at the tower here from here. Since they're already loaded in, they don't have to load in again. But I don't get away with it because he has Mustangs now. He's missiling our hounds here, and we have range on Raiden. We got a second Raiden, kind of just piling them in here, right here, since I need to take out these marksmen. Get some fangs to protect our fortress a little bit longer as well, and I missile so that I can try and take out some chaff and his chaff clear. And I loan on this turn because I feel like I need a shield. Then I protect my flank here with missiles. So we do take out the chaff and the chaff clear, and Raiden, watch. Yeah, all the hounds they're almost gone. Okay, they're basically gone, right? So that's really good. And they don't even have chain yet. The wasp flank did not work for me this time, so I don't have my awesome wasps at the end, but we do have quite an unkillable fortress here with 150,000 health and a nano repair kit. So we're going to win off the back of that guy, and also our Raidens are going to be great. So we have lots of nice little tools, good items on our units. All right, the Rhino goes down. He takes 3 giants worth of damage. We're getting pretty close. And we have level 4 now on that guy. Okay, laser sights or ion beam look best, but it's just ion beam. And the reason it's Ion Beam is I can take out lots of his hounds, and the reason it's Ion Beam for him is he can take out lots of my hounds, and I now have flying units. So it ends up being a little bit better for him since he can shield, and I can't shield my air. Now he's gonna missile out these hounds so that, see, this is a smart missile because these hounds are really important, not just for the flank, but also for these crawlers after that as well. So I'm figuring out where I want to put the Ion Blast. I'm going to shuffle it around a little bit. I brought the Wasps back since they no longer are good with the Mustangs over there. I get some more Wasps because I'm worried about him taking AA on Marksman, and I do stick them right here, but they are in the path of this Ion as well, which I should suspect, and I should position these Wasps slightly different than the way I did. Level 4 Giga Fortress with the healing is awesome. Since he still doesn't have Melting Point, he really needs one. Really needs a Melting Point. Okay, so I EMP here. He's putting down some AM devices, which will get this missile, but it won't get this missile. So I'll still successfully hit these guys. But he's not shielding, and he's out of money. So I move my Ion Blast over here because I want to take out the Marksman and all of his chaff and the Sabertooth, because it's the strongest part of his board. If I can take this out, I'll probably get to the towers and all that, because I'm going to put the Wasp in the center here. Still getting more crawlers. Opponent hasn't gotten crawlers or chaff in like a few turns. So I feel like the main difference is I'm still getting chaff and he's stopped getting chaff. Now he should be getting chaff to protect his hounds from my Raiden. Okay, here goes Wasps. The Wasps are still alive this time. But it looks like they'll die to Mustangs over here. Okay, we lose one of our Raidens, but the other Raiden lives, and we have the giant fortress with the healing item. And all of his units are on the ground, so we should win just off the back of this big fortress. These Wasps are still going. Alright, we get his anti-missile devices. But yeah, we're gonna win this round, you know, just like we have been. This just because this guy basically can't die. And even though we lose our tower, Wasps just keep going. Even two of them, they're helping still. This was like my MVP unit. Yeah, we just basically win with these two giants because they're just too tanky. Alright, so now I'm going to try and close out the game, and we'll show you the power of Chain Raiden now against the Hounds. I couldn't take it on the last turn because I had to play around the Ion Beam, but we both take Laser Sight here. He realizes he has a problem with this fortress, and he needs to try and kill it, so he goes with Melting Points. He elite recruits them. I don't think you need to elite recruit them. I think it's too expensive when you do that. Just get level 1s, go range, and he's going to throw the Laser Sight on this guy. I now have Chain and a level 4 with Laser Sight, and I have a level 2 guy as well. I sold my fortress here because last turn it didn't really do anything, and I'm just getting more Raidens, because as long as I can clear his Hounds with Raidens, and we win the game. I don't think I remember to use my redeployment. What I'm going to actually do this turn to guarantee the win is I'm going to grab oil. I'm going to put oil like right here so that all of these units, these were the ones that survived last round that I had to clear at the end. I'm going to put oil here so that these guys just get stuck like in mud and can't come down here and take my tower. So I've loaned and I've taken temp speed. Like I said, I'm going oil. I put it right here. Yep. And now that we have chain, watch the power chain here. Melting Point, I think if he got it last round, he'd be in a much better position, but he waited one turn too long, and the Fortress was able to continue to damage him, and now we have critical mass Raidens on this turn. So, and also, watch why I don't sell steel balls ever. Don't sell steel balls. If you have late steel balls, watch what this steel ball is going to do here. It's a level 1 steel ball. Okay. All of his hounds are basically already gone to the chain. See, so he has no chaff clear left. And this is why I use Raiden for that. Look at this steel ball. Kills that level 2 melting point. That's why you don't sell steel balls. And you don't even need to tech them. It's just nice to have them. Our Giga Fortress finally goes down, but Chain Raiden is just too much. And the Wasps... I think the Wasps were the MVPs of this game with that item. Also, look, steel ball, 1 steel ball. 1 steel ball killed this guy and this guy. And yes, he has a tanky rhino, but it will not be enough. So we win on round 9. So yeah, if anybody's having trouble with hound spam, I know this game was like a little bit all over the place, but the point of it was that I wanted to show you that chain range Raiden is very good against people who spam hounds, like get the high level hounds like this. Some people make twice as many. Like, he's not overdoing it like some people do. Some people only build hounds. I've seen those boards. And Raiden would be especially good against a board like that. But our opponent here, he's not, he's not that bad. He's 1880 MMR. He does have plenty of chaff to soak up some of these Raiden shots, but not enough, especially with how forward these hounds are. They basically just got deleted, and then he had no chaff clear left, and we've been buying chaff and steel balls and, random stuff to like come in at the end. And since he has no chaff clear, basically that's like why we won the game here. When you're spamming hounds, you need lots of chaff. The problem that he had in this game is he didn't have enough crawlers. I think he needed more crawlers trickling into my board. Even though I have hounds and stuff, it's still good to have crawlers. Sometimes people get discouraged when they see hound spam like this. They're like, oh, my crawlers will just die. They're not good to have. It's not true. It's still good to have crawlers. You should still make chaff, even if they have good chaff clear. And if they basically only have chaff clear, ranged raidens. I've been really enjoying these. If you're not already using it, think about incorporating it into your games. You're going to have a much better time, especially against those people who don't build chaff with their hounds. But anyway, yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you've been dealing with hound spam. If you're fine with it, if you think hounds need a little bit of a nerf. I think they need a nerf. 450 XP for level 1 hounds to level is a little low. I mean, it's literally the same as crawlers. But crawlers don't have range and hounds have range, right? So doesn't that just sort of speak for itself? Crawlers need the same amount of XP as a hound. Enough said, right? Like, they just need to require more XP to level up. And then it's fine. And as always, have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.